what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. Hunt Palmer on LouisianaSports.net has kicked off an excellent new series, okay? And it is Portal Profile Series. But again, if you haven't been going to LouisianaSports.net, Hunt is doing a great job, as is Ross, as Chris, is a great website. But he's starting with Florida cornerback Jakeem Jackson. And so let's talk a bit about him, okay? He's 6'1". Coming out of high school a couple of years ago, he was the number 5 corner in the country. He was number 55 player overall. So a top 100, damn near top 50 player. He was an Under Armour All-American who ran a 10.9 in the 100. As a true freshman at Florida under Corey Raymond, he played in 11 games. He had 7 tackles. He had 3 PBUs. That was not as a full-time starter. Going into his sophomore year this last season, he was a full-time starter. However, he suffered an injury in game number 2, which ended up holding him out for the season, so he ended up redshirting. What that means now is in Jakeem Jackson, at a position of need, you are getting a 6'1" corner. That is big for a cornerback who is a redshirt sophomore, so has multiple years of eligibility left, though it does mean he will be draft eligible even after this season. But you're getting a veteran with all the size, all the natural talent, playing for a coach that knows him well enough now that they have followed each other to 2 different spots. A coach that believes in him, a coach that has teamed up with him twice. I think the potential for Jakeem Jackson next year is through the roof. I think he is an immediate starter on the outside. And I think this could be the catalyst for bringing what we think of as DBU back to the fore. Now, that's maybe a bit unfair to some of the guys who have been very solid the last couple of years. I mean, obviously, Zy Alexander, one of the top 5 rated players on LSU this season, will likely be the first one drafted since Jarek Bernard-Converse heard his name a couple of years ago. But what I'm talking about is bringing back that idea that you don't really want to throw on LSU, or we're going to play man and you're going to have to beat man. Zy Alexander could do that this year. Stamps and Woodland at time have done well, but Jackson, with his size, natural ability, maybe he is that guy. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he gets beat out. But you can know this. If you beat him out, well, then you should be excited about whoever won that job. Because, again, this is a guy that was starting at Florida here as a true sophomore, as a true freshman, that played in every single game. So he's got experience. And we talked about NFL guys entering their physical prime, maybe in that like 28 to 32 in college, that redshirt sophomore range. That's when it's time. Okay. You've been at it for 2 years. You understand what's required of you mentally to make it through a season, physically to make it through a season, and everything really slows down at that point. And you got a great coach that you believe in Corey Raymond, and you have a great defensive coordinator that you believe in Blake Baker. And how much better can Blake Baker be if he can trust the guys on the outside? And so, although Jakeem Jackson's highlighting this segment, him, DJ Pickett, Aiden Anding, Ashton Stamps, PJ Woodland, all of these guys, you've got enough now. Mansour Delane. You throw enough of these guys against the wall, you're going to emerge with some really solid play, and it is going to unlock what Blake Baker does next year. So I think Jakeem Jackson was an excellent player to start the Portal Profile Series with. Again, LouisianaSports.net, because he could be one of the biggest immediate impacts out of the portal. And that's something that we'll get to a bit next hour as well. 13 early enrollees showing up in Baton Rouge this week. He'll be most impactful. Wow. Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.